right, good morning. It is Friday morning, and this is going to be a little bit different. We are headed to the Eagan Community Center for the Christmas and Holiday Art Market. And we've done this one for several years in a row now. But it is strange because we have setup time, and then after setup time, we have to, there's like a 3 to 7 p.m. time where it's just like a preview hour. We don't know how many people will actually be able to come, but it is doing a little bit of the flurry, so hopefully the roads are okay and that we can get there and back without any problems. So, like in our car, of course, when it gets cold, the little low tire thing likes to turn on, and I just went in and had everything all checked out. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully everything goes well for today. But it's close. It's second to the last event. We will see you guys there when we're setting up. All right, it is a winter wonderland, and I feel kind of like crazy. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm almost like, ready to just kind of like zone out, I don't know, disassociate, just kind of enjoy the month. And the weather certainly isn't helping, because it's one of those times where you just kind of want to stay in, but you do want to kind of get out. But yeah, I was hoping for better weather today. Alright, here's the view of the load-in scene. As you see here, it's snowing. It's kind of now a little bit harder, but we're all loading in this weather. Alright, we made into our spot. Our number's way hidden down in the corner, but we're getting our things set up. We have until 3 p.m. There's like a preview slot time. But you can see we are in the gymnasium, and we're in the second row towards the back. But everybody else is getting ready and getting their things put up. And I think the weather outside has made it a longer trip, and luckily we live pretty close, so we don't have a hotel or anything. But here's our spot. This is supposed to be a 10 by 10, but as you can see, it's actually short. It's not quite a 10 by 10. It's maybe 8 by 10, or if that, it might be 8 by 8. Who knows? But we are here, and it's still pretty bright in here, so hopefully our setup goes smooth. Here's our new bins for all of our little minis that we have. And yeah, we still have my things to put up. I'm just starting to put up my earrings. Welcome back. It is start time, Friday evening. So we have our lights and our sign is up, and it's time to get started. So just gotta add a few more things. Okay, neighbor did not show up, so we're gonna share the empty space with our other neighbor there. When they decide to expand, we just kind of pushed out our table to make a little bit more room and put our minis on the other side. So there's our minis, there's more miniatures, and there's the larger pieces. But yeah, different setup again. Alright, it is 5:30. It is really slow today, but it's probably a good pace here. I don't know if I'm going to have much footage today, just because, again, just kind of relaxing, taking it easy. But I'll go down in the gymnasium. You can see there are several rows of other people that we have met through here, selling all kinds of different apparel and handmade goods. Lots of yummy treats everywhere I turn. Then we'll just go this way. Some of our friends there are down in the corner, but we're just coming down this way, and we didn't really expect much because of the snow as well. The weather kind of played into the factor there. We'll go down the way here. We see another fellow 3D'er. Everything from different ornaments. There is another friend of ours who's sitting quietly at his booth. So his neighbor, maybe that's an open space. Hasn't showed up yet, but alright, he's looking kind of tired. There's our friends there, Jeremy and Jill of IRC. Lots of people in the corner. Here's what it's looking like. So there is down the road right there. There's some woodwork. You can see all the way down. So there are several rows and lots of things to look at. And tomorrow should be busier. But again, some people have 3 spaces, 2 spaces, and we lucked out because we have 1.5 because a neighbor didn't show up. And I'm thinking maybe the weather, because some people who don't live close to here, which is out in Eagan, did say that it did take quite a while for everybody to come in. And we just met them today, and they have all their dragon eggs. Came over and talked to us. So the husband was happy because he got to, I'm distracted by a sweater. Christmas sweaters. He got to talk to my husband all about 3D and kind of geek out about it. Oh boy, there's the cake guy again. He was here last year. There he is again. That's Dave's Coffee Cakes. And they were very good. I think we got one last year, but we'll have to see if we're gonna get one this year because it gets picked over quick. So we did meet our photographers over here. There she is with her work. That is Linda. So let me get a close up. Linda Mueller, and then there is her QR right there. But she did come over and get a few things for us. So great, thank you. Keep going around. There's some barbecue sauces. Somebody with really yummy looking treats down here too. This is going to be really tough. And then, of course, we're close to the popcorn guy, which is probably not a good thing either because I usually end up buying a couple packs. And we're across from a crocheter right there who's busy working. There we are. Back to our booth. Behind our table here, it's like 20 minutes left to go, not too much action going on. There's a husband, he had to go get treats already. We've had a few sales, nothing spectacular, just a tiny bit. So hopefully tomorrow's busier. And somebody else told us that it did stop snowing outside. So hopefully it won't be as bad going home. And hopefully things are plowed and sanded. All right, just a couple hours and we're packing up. Got the batteries, lights are off, we're ready to roll, and we'll be out of here. Here we go. That's it for a very short winter of day 1. Oh, we are shivering. We are definitely Minnesota, waiting for the car to warm up. I am so cold. I don't think we are under a vent, but for some reason there was cold air blowing even inside, and I was freezing. I have a shirt on, a sweater, and then it's like I have my jacket, but we'll see tomorrow. So for Friday, it was only from 3 to 7, so just like 4 hours, maybe a couple hours, just like preview. We had a couple like last minute sales, but I don't even think we got a dozen. We probably got like 6 sales. So just letting you know up front, hopefully tomorrow will be busier and hopefully we make our space back. So we'll see. All right, back in the car for day number 2, Saturday. This is a full day from 10 to 4. And again, this is at the Eagan Community Center. Again, last night, very quiet, not even a dozen sales. So we will see how it goes today. And we'll see if the snow actually gets us today. It's supposed to be more south, but after yesterday, it said it wasn't supposed to snow, and it snowed like all day. So we'll see if it's another slippery one. Hopefully it won't be, but we're off again. Hopefully we make table back and then a little profit today. So that's our goal.
We'll check back in soon.
Yeah, and oh wait, how much was our table?
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, it's a 10 by 10, so it's usually maybe like,
I think 150 or something like that.
Yeah, so it just depends. And then we're gonna see if we can roll over something that we signed up for next week into the spring as well. So we got to do that today. Look, we actually get to go during the daylight, which will probably end at like 4 o'clock today. So again, it's not snowing. As you can see, the roads have cleared a little bit, but there may be some slippery spots. So here we go again.
Time for a caffeine run.
Yeah. All right, day 2, it is time to start. We did get our area set up, but as you can see, there's people starting to check in. So from my friend here, Jill, and she works with her husband, IRC. I did get a sticker book, and we just kind of did a trade because I gave her materials. And then here is Scratch Bakery. We just got our scones. Those are so yummy. I use them all the time. We got those this morning. And hello. And so we just got a few things, and then we opened up and we did kind of change some of our little minis so that they're all in similar dishes and everything. And things are organized, so we have a more compact box, but here we are set up and ready to go for the day. Here we are again. It's a couple of hours in. We've had a couple. It seems like it's kind of a slow start. Lots of people looking and going up and down the aisles, but I'm sure it's like their first pass through. But as you can see, compared to this morning in the first hour, it's much busier down each aisle, and there's a few bottlenecks, so hopefully everybody else is doing okay and they're having a good event. But yeah, just trying to make my way back. I had to go through a couple things away from earlier this morning. I'm just trying to make my way back down and through again. And making it through. Boy, there's some light therapy things going on, some beauty products that way. Hi again. And just trying to make my way back to our booth, which is way in the distance there, but hopefully I can hold this up so you guys can see. This is kind of what it looks like a couple hours into the event, and we are here until 4 p.m. Husband's waiting for me back there, so hopefully we can get everything done. And I did put out some new bins of our minis because we realized we didn't have them all out, so hopefully that will help. Alright, behind the booth, and the crowd isn't as big as it was when I first opened a couple of hours ago, so it's a little bit past 12 o'clock, and while there are lots of people, that doesn't necessarily translate into sales. So I think everybody's still kind of going around. We'll see what happens this afternoon, but lots of looking and things going around. Alright, I am outside of the gymnasium area just to kind of see what the rest of the areas look like down here. But there is, I think, a little room with a few vendors in there. And then we're down in the main hallway, and I have to throw some things away. And I'll get to the other part in just a second now. Here we are. Down in this area, we have some previous neighbors down here. I don't see our friends in here, but let's see if there are, again, people here, but I don't see our friends in here. 12:35, just kind of going through here. I think the majority of us are actually in the gymnasium area, so again, a little bit quieter. Friends are busy. Hopefully they're doing well. We might be the friends that, I don't know, it's kind of iffy, but I think they're all in the first row, so I kind of go down, and I think as people wind their way through, hopefully they'll stop. And yeah, a little bit quieter. Here we are at the Swedish candy booth, and I just purchased some little candies because I'm almost out of my own gummies, and I've kind of gotten addicted to them, so I just got some new ones that I just had to show you. There's a little cute puppy that's coming down here. Oh my goodness, so adorable in its little outlook. Somebody's concentrating really hard on doing something, but again, to get a couple more, just barely eking by. So again, just kind of slow today. Right, the husband is putting up the tarps there. It's time to go, 4 o'clock. So we're all just closing up. And today, some unexpected larger sales. We did sell quite a few of our chess sets. And then we did have friends stop by that we've actually done some custom designs for, do some Christmas shopping. So shout out to them. They're part of the Ghostbuster team here in Minnesota. And yeah, did a little bit of a trade again with some other friends. So all in all, a little bit better day than I think we expected. Alright, it is the end of day 2. If you hear scraping or noise, because my husband's brushing off the car and there's some ice chunks on it, so we gotta wait for everything to defrost. But it is 4 o'clock. Amazingly, there's still a little bit of light left. We're gonna stop for dinner, and today we did not make our daily goal that we normally like to make for a full day show from 10 to 4 p.m. But we are closer, maybe a couple hundred short, because we had some friends stop by who purchased from us and had some Christmas shoppers stop by during the last hour. So it was good in that way, kind of unexpected. And to be honest with you, we were worried for a little bit of time that we weren't going to make even our space back because it started out so slow. So things ended much better than we thought. Things were going to go for the whole day. And if my voice is gone, well, just a lot of talking today. So we have one more day, hopefully, that will make up for today's total. And we always try to, you know, aim for that 1K ballpark for like a longer day event. So we're short of that. And yesterday there was no way we were going to even make that. So, because it was like a 4-hour window. So we'll see tomorrow. It's supposed to be 10 to 4, but Sunday, usually up here in this area, I would expect some people are probably going to be busy in the morning or at church, and it'll probably be a later start. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, bye. All right, good morning, everybody. We're stopped here in our little parking area and ready to go out for day number 3. So there is good news. We did actually make it past last year. Now, last year we pretty much missed an entire day Sunday because there was a snowstorm. So we really only had, I would say, even just one day. I don't know if we were even open on Friday evening. So considering that, I think last year we had some really good last minute sale or like sales from other people, like larger sales. And this year what's really helping are some of the larger items, the larger pieces that he's created. So he's created some small, medium, and then also some really high tier prices. So I think that has definitely helped this year.
Yes.
We have a full another day, but usually on Sunday it's about half. But I think my minimum goal that I was looking for, we just have a little bit, so every little bit helps, and hopefully we already have a sale. We kind of had a request from somebody, and we actually did fulfill that request, so hopefully they stop by today to pick it up. So,
and even your food stalls. So
yeah, one of the bigger items, and it was a repeat customer, a girl, and I think her mom or grandmother. So that was very nice, and we also gave them some freebies because they had a little like a thing. We don't know how it happened, but one of the items needed a repair. So yeah, and if that happens with anybody, always reach out to us so we can help you. But that's it. This is our last one of the year. We are not doing the Eden Prairie Center next weekend. We're actually going to roll it into the spring, just because the weather up here has been bad, and we just want to enjoy the rest of this year. So
that's right.
All right, everybody, here we go, day number 3. It is Sunday, the last day, and everything has already started here. We're into the event, and here we are. We're all set up. The husband did go off, and he might make some more purchases, and then we did have some family visits, so yeah, we already had some sales. They did come and pick up their commission pieces today. Time check-in, it is about 11:30. It's maybe starting to get a little bit noisier, but again, slow start. But we had some commission items that we did sell this morning, so it was a little bit busier. Good first hour for us, but again, crowd-wise, it is much slower. So usually Sundays you can expect about half the crowd size, if that. So it is colder outside here in Minnesota, so we'll see if that is a deterrent for anybody, but a lot of people I think are still Christmas shopping. Alright, so yesterday we do have some items on sale, but for our chess sets, continue to be a good holiday seller. Even for the aesthetics, we've had some people just buy it because they like the way that they look, and some of them, as you can see, like our mushroom chess set, do come as chess and checkers. And we have our regular items. My Christmas market stall sold, and a lot of the Christmas themed items have been selling. I leave a few of, well, one of the Christmas trees left that's in the smaller size, one of the larger size, and some of the larger items, only a few pieces have gone, but yeah, we'll see. We still have a little bit. We're here until 4 p.m. We did turn some of our flashing lights on. We still have our minis, and there were some items that we did forget to put out yesterday, so we did add them today. We are going down the rows here on the last day, and as you can see, it's a trickle of crowds, but much quieter. Going down that way. I'm just going to take you down the last corner since it's not as crowded. There's our friends again. And hopefully they're busy today. And oh my goodness, look at those teeny little cups. Aren't those the cutest things? And it looks like maybe this row might be the first row that everybody's going down. But looks like the other person that we met that does 3D is actually pretty busy too, so that's good. And we're just gonna go down all the way in the corner because we haven't gone down there yet, so just so I can show everything in here. Again, this is a full gymnasium size, and we're just going around.
There's actually
there's some cute plushes over here. Jewelry. Again, I think we were in the other room with her, and she's in the gymnasium there that has African style, like handmade pieces. Lots of woodworking, jewelry. So we shall see if I can actually squeeze through here. Maybe. Go down. Again. Our corner neighbor here is no longer here, so he must have left early. And then we'll just come to this back corner again. Hopefully it's been a little bit busier. And you'll see there's food and other decor. There's the corners. We're just going around quick. I did want to come over and look at some plushes. There are some really cute crochets over here too. But I may be back over to that one. Not very many cakes left for Dave. Traditional artwork as well. Some clothing. Some cute Christmas sweaters. And again, we're back towards our row. So I'm going to cut through here and head back. But the first couple rows over on the other side are busier, so it is picking up.
This time, an excuse to use the restroom to see some of the others. Like some beautiful setups here. Much more lit room. And just doing a quick walk through here in the banquet room. Not sure if the wife has done it, but just doing a quick little update here. Pretty quiet on a Sunday, but opportunity to go around and talk to other vendors and friends.
The last few minutes or half hour of the event. It's about 3:19 and we ended 4 o'clock. We did see there are a few people who did pack on. Maybe they had to get going early, but again, there's still some people in the aisles, but it is really winding down and gotten slower. So you can see down our row, we did have some people that we know stop by earlier, so that did help. But again, the last half hour coming up before we have to pack down, and that'll be the end of our events for the year. There's a few people looking, 10 minutes left, and that's it. Everyone's starting to pack down behind their scenes, but that will be it. Almost done packing up, and you can see the gymnasium is now fully empty. Just a few of us. We're usually the last ones out of a place, so still more breaking down to do. Alright, probably windy and looking like I got a cold because it's very, very cold out. It's like frostbite cold, so the wind chill is very, very, I don't know, it's very cold. So we're all done, everything's all packed up, and we did actually make it over my total weekend minimum. Again, you know, yesterday we did have some good sales towards the end and around, I would say, looking at our times, probably like 1:30. And then today, I think we kind of saw like a peak towards the middle of the day, and we had return customers come along. If my voice is sounding a little bit hoarse, it's because it's really cold out and just trying to warm up. Got the heat blasting in the car, but I would say because of the storm last year, we actually did better than we did this year or last year, because we actually had like 2 full days compared to maybe like 1 in a couple of hours. So definitely a good thing, and just, you know, transparency around us. I think other people they did make table spaces back, but there were quite a few that were a little bit disappointed with the numbers. So we just got dinner, and we got some Korean food takeout. But yeah, it was really nice because we actually got to see some family members today, and then we got to see some friends and returning customers. So good way to end the year, because we weren't expecting to get this much because of the weather. So, all right, that's it for the end of 2025. You may see us actually attending other events, but not participating. And then, yeah, into the new year, we don't have anything until March, but our shop will be open online, so hopefully we'll be able to keep adding to it. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for your orders and for stopping by. And we hope to see you again in the new year. Again, everybody, just a big, big thank you for this whole year of 2025 and helping us reach our goal. And we wish you a happy holidays and a happy new year. And again, you can find us online at thinkcutie.com. We really look forward to seeing you again in the new year 2026. Bye, everybody.